Well, today we're up in North Wales filming at the grave of David Lloyd George. So we're coming to the end of the documentary, although we're not really at the end of filming. Dan has been here droning and he's here. Look at that, look at that. That's a lovely, look at that. A man at work, isn't it, Dan?
Quite.
And it's nice and rainy, but quite atmospheric. It's quite beautiful. So yeah, we'll do some more filming down around here, Dan. Do you think?
Yeah, it's very beautiful here, very beautiful. It's very peaceful. There's a river down there and I got some shots of that. It's just a lovely place, really nice. So look forward to you guys seeing it.
One of the things Dan is trying to get me to do is to walk and talk, which sounds quite easy, but it's really hard for me to walk and talk. So this scene, I'm going to walk over, stand in front of the camera, talk and walk off. This is a double walk. I'll let you know how it goes. Well, I'm on the other side. I think it's fair to say that I did my script perfectly. I think I walked well. But the problem we have is, even though we're in the middle of nowhere up in North Wales, we seem to be under a flight path. So every time I start speaking, planes start going overhead. So Dan, did the plane spoil it?
Probably.
Probably. So we'll go for take 23. Well, we've left the mainland and we've come abroad, well, Anglesey, and we come to the beautiful town of Llangefni, where today we're filming about Christmas Evans, and here we are in the church building. This is a great historic church building and a contemporary church building. The minister here, Howell, is a gospel man doing a gospel work here. So we're looking forward to interviewing him later on. It's a fascinating church. When you go in, it's the kind of ground, I guess, level building is original to kind of Christmas Evans time, but it was extended after he left. So I think they kind of hired it and put in all the pews. But what is particularly interesting about this building as well is the pulpit, which is kind of square, kind of like a witness box, I guess. Dan, is that what it is?
That's what it is.
Yeah, a witness box. So when you go in, you're witnessing, you're testifying to the truth. You know, it's not just about the hoil and kind of just saying whatever comes to your mind, but you're saying the truth. So it's a beautiful building. Howell has kindly let us in and let us wild and loose in here to have a little look around. But it's wonderful to see a living church looking after this kind of historic site. Well, we are upstairs about to get another scene in. Dan's had to climb up through perilous stairs, and here he is getting everything ready. Well, we're up on the balcony now, about to do some filming. This is actually the balcony. A little bit more history for you, where Hugh Edwards filmed from. There we are. So Dan is even getting lights out for this. I've got to kind of muster up my inner Hugh Edwards to present in a professional manner, and Dan's going all the way. We're going to have lights and everything. So Dan, lights, camera.
Yeah, once I get a battery that works.
Not so much action. Okay, it's 2.5 hours later. Dan has now got a battery, and so boom, we have light, Dan, which is awesome. We've got the autocue. We've already done a blog on the autocue. We've done a blog on the drone. So I guess now it's a blog on lights.
Yeah, so this is a light.
Yeah.
And this is off. And this is on.
And what's that big light we use most of the time when we're filming outside?
The sun.
The sun. That's a really good one.
Expensive, but it does the job. It's worth the investment.
Very good. Right, okay, back to my Hugh Edwards impersonation. Let's go for it. Well, today we are welcomed into the building. Oh, you're going to put the sunglasses on? Off.
Take the paws off.
And there is a dress code today in terms of jackets. Hywel Meredith, a good old friend, as in a friend of many years. Hywel, you're the pastor here?
Yes.
Since?
1980, 41 years.
Wow, that's amazing. And actually, it was on Dechrau Canu, Dechrau Camol, the Welsh Songs of Praise, a year and a half ago now?
That's right.
Very good. And as well, for a while, we could see it on Facebook. The services were in here, live on Facebook.
And they're still live.
Yeah, and from here or from home now?
From here.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's brilliant.
Sunday morning.
So we're going to have a quick little tour of the building. So you got the original building. So this was where Christmas Evans
That's right. Lived and ministered.
And so this was his chapel. It's been extended upwards
That's right.
since.
Remodelled. Yeah.
Remodelled. But as well, his house was here. Are you right to show us
Yeah.
the way? There we are. We'll have a walk. Well, we've just come out to the house which is attached to the chapel building. So this is where Christmas Evans lived?
Yes.
With Mrs. Evans?
With Catherine.
With Catherine.
My heroine. Yeah.
So tell us about Catherine, because often these women are overlooked in history. So what was so amazing about Catherine?
Well, he married well in the Llyn Peninsula, not into much money, but into a very virtuous, wise woman. And she kept him wise and helped him. This was the old London road to Holyhead.
Yeah.
And she was very hospitable and very, very open-hearted. And she was very, very supportive of him and the ministry. And
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. And I mean, today now, this isn't just a historic building. You're using it for the church and for the community.
Yeah.
And so you rent these rooms out as
That's
well?
right. Yeah, the church used them, and we've got different. Gobaith Moore, who works with young people in Anglesey. We've got different agencies coming in, which is a great blessing to the area. And our hope is, as we've done outside the building, our hope is to change this into community hub to promote wellness and the gospel together.
Brilliant. And so now we've come upstairs, and this is Christmas Evans' bedroom.
And Catherine.
Mr.
Mr. and Mrs.
There we are.
Evans.
See, wonderful. So this is the bedroom. I'm guessing it's changed quite a bit by now, but another meeting room that you can hire out,
Yes,
and different
that's
people
right.
can do things. But I mean, it's just beautiful. The windows, it must have been, it's amazing.
And that's the first fitted wardrobe in Wales.
Here we go. It's first video. I was said earlier, it's where he used to keep his spare eye. So there we are.
When I mentioned Catherine, I think she had a very good influence on him. They were always poor. They lived on £17 a year. That's about 40p, a week for us. That's for the 30 years he was here. When they were in the Llyn Peninsula, again, they were poor. She said, "Where's the food, Chris?" And he said, "Well, it'll come. Providence will provide." Oh, she rolled her eyes and said, "I'll plant potatoes and you go and pray on one of these hills and we see which way the Lord will bless."